Hi guys, I'm with Mr. Misery to speak about the new album, A Brighter Side of Death, which will be released the 3rd of April on A Rising Empire. Thanks guys for having us. First of all, how are you?
Good.
Very good.
Again.
Okay, so you will release the second album. What can you tell us about it?
It's awesome. It consists of 13 songs and it's going to blow everybody away.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
And for people who liked Unalive, our first album, it's a step up. It's like Unalive but on steroids.
Exactly. If you heard the first two singles now, Ballad to the Headless Horseman and Devil in Me, you know what's up for this album and you're gonna get some even more. So it's a big step up for the previous Unalive album.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you tell us a little bit more about the writing process? How did you work on it and in this particular period?
The writing process, I think some of the songs on this record is kind of old and they were in the pipeline to be on the first album, but we spoke about it and we basically said that we kind of want to evolve a little bit more and kind of get better at what we do before we use maybe these certain songs for the first album, because there were songs for that album already done. So we kind of took some old songs, we made some new songs, we recorded them in our homes, and we had some outsourced help from a friend of ours who did the drum production, and Rizzy, who made the drummer here, who made the synth production. And we basically wrote everything from home, and we mixed it ourselves and we produced it ourselves. And there were no, like I said, no outsourcing of like external songwriters or producers or engineers, no fancy studios, nothing of that. We did it all on our own once again, but we had help from obviously Rizzy and also his friend who came with us on our first tour to do drum productions. And the writing process was just like, I had old songs, I had new songs, and we kind of put them all together and we made A Brighter Side of Death, basically. So yeah.
Very well put.
Yeah.
That?
Very well put.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and can you tell us a little bit more about the story of your character, of you?
Oh, yeah. So if I go first, I think I have some kind of alter ego that I want to be something more than myself. It goes for everybody, of course, but I think I want to be some more crazy kind of a void kind of monster or something. When we play live, I love to like climb on the drums and be everywhere, to not just be stuck. I think like I'm some kind of monster stuck in a cage, and I want to just break free and just to inspire everybody. And just, yeah, so some kind of monster, I would say, for me.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with Rizzy, and I've always had the feeling like, first of all, I've been always looking up to bands who dress up and make something larger than life performance. They do something for the show, but also personally, I'd love to become something else. From like I was a child celebrating Halloween, or just be able to create something bigger than myself as a child or teenager. And I've always felt that really goes hand in hand with the band and the whole image. So really comes from like growing up with that visual, loving the visual, the love for Halloween, dressing up, all of that together.
Yeah, and I've like when I put on the makeup, it really turns me into my alter ego. I can feel like that it's expressing all of the things that you can't regularly maybe let out, like anger, fear, sadness, anxiety, also a lot of happy things too. It's not just all shitty, but and then I love spiders. I'm the spider king, therefore I have the spider on my eye, so that was just something I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go for the fucking spider.
Yeah, and I would have to say it's it's different for everybody in the band. I feel, because to me it's an outlet to be someone, to not be yourself, like be something more than yourself, kind of become a symbol rather than just be. You can do something more than just one man can, and you step into the shoes of someone that has no fear, that is an artist on stage that plays for people and travels the world, and you kind of like, you get to bury all your fears and everything into that character, so you feel way more powerful when the makeup comes on. In the accompany of the rest of the members, you feel basically unstoppable.
Yeah.
So to me, it's an outlet to not be my regular self, but still I am, but I just feel more powerful. And it's also a big thing for me, and I know this is true for all of us, that we really want to give people a show. We want to dress up and make this a theater. We want to be interesting to look at, interesting to listen to, and interesting to follow. Basically, we just want this to be a big show, like a comic book, because we're all fans of that kind of thing. And we do feel that bands do need this. At least this band does. We really want to keep this going for as long as we possibly can. It's super important to us with the visual, so that's what we're going to stick with.
Okay, so you released the first single, the ballad of Headless Horseman, but in the album there is also a beautiful orchestral version.
Yes.
How did you decide to do this? And did you think about you could play or rearrange all the album for maybe a tour? Because today we don't know if we will have a show, a live show, or if we can stand for a live show, if people have to be sit. Do you think you can make all the album on this orchestral version? And why did you this song like this?
I think I always said that too. If you can take a super heavy song that is like littered with heavy guitars and drums and effects and all that stuff, if you can strip that down and make an acoustic version or orchestral version of that type of song, it's most likely a good song, because it doesn't hide behind the fact that you need all these heavy elements to make it work. So yes, that's a yes to your question. I'm pretty damn sure that every single song on this album could be turned into an orchestral version. We could even make an entire album with that if we wanted to. But obviously that takes time and effort and all of this. So, and our main focus here is to be a metal band on stage. But to answer your question there, yeah, definitely we could do that. And that's why we made an orchestral version of a previous track called The Blood Waltz. And that's also why we chose to, I don't know if it's the 12th or 13th song on the album that is the orchestral version of Ballad of the Headless Horseman.
Yeah.
But we chose to have that there because not only is it a really good song, we wanted to show that you can take this super fast song and make it very soft and mellow and nice to listen to through other people's ears that like more calmer music. That's why we did that, and it turned out really great, and I can't wait for people to kind of hear that, and then they can pick their favorite.
Yeah, and when we released the orchestral version of the Blood Waltz as well, we got a really good response of all the fans. They was like, oh my god, this is so good, do more of that. So then we got thinking like, oh, probably we can do something more or implement more orchestrals in our songs. So that's what we have been doing in this album as well.
And there's definitely plans in the pipeline to do more of that, because we do enjoy that and super fun, and it's very nice to break off from the heavy stuff. And it's like I said, it's really fun to do that kind of reinvent a song. It's challenging and it's fun.
And we have also been talking about the possibility to do a stripped down tour, like an acoustic tour, where we implement we strip it all down, acoustic guitars, just have the beautiful orchestral parts going on behind, but make it, as you mentioned, like to tour, but with like a stripped down version. we have been talking about it, not seriously, but it has come up ideas that would be cool for the future.
And
Yep.
you also released The Devil in Me as a second single and video, like an exorcist story.
Yeah.
Who or what inspired you for the visual part?
You mean the visual of the video?
For this video and maybe for the other also, because it's always horror stories and like ambient stories. So who or what inspired you for that?
I think that's different for every member. I think when we chose that song to be a music video, we obviously wanted something that would visually that would fit that song, and so we came up with this whole idea to have actors in it and have a priest and have a possessed girl, and then we would kind of be the nightmare that's inside her. And that's what she sees when she sits in the audience and looks upon the stage. She sees us there. That's her like pain and torment. So I don't know what inspired us. The song itself inspired us to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, we all kind of agreed straight away that when we listened to the song and we all saw the same scenery in front of us, we really shared the same vision from the start. And it was really easy to come up with the storyline because we were all on the same page from the beginning.
Yeah. It's like one phone call. We spoke about it, and we're gonna do this song because it's gonna be the best video. So, and it's also a really good song. So we just pick and chose what was the coolest thing to do, and we picked Devil in Me, and we got great actors for it, and that's how that all came together.
Okay. And I suppose that you are a fan of horror movies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
What is your favorite movie? Horror movie?
Ooh, I would say The Ring, actually. That really did scar me in my youth, and but yeah, it's really horrible. But I think that kick that gave me that movie, I felt something like, oh, what is this mystery thing? And I really dug myself out for more of those kind of movies. So yeah, The Ring goes for me as well.
I mean, I was really into like a mixture of really psychological, scary horror movies, and then like hack and slash. We got the old Halloween movies, Michael Myers. I mean, I was a big fan of those movies. But then like The Ring, The Grudge, or we look at the Amityville Horror or something like that.
Yeah.
Also really, really good. And then the old Dracula movies.
Yeah.
Also, I was a big fan of those.
Well, my favorite. No, it's not really a horror movie, but like Bram Stoker's Dracula from 1992.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the one. Yeah. Because he's a vampire, so it's kind of a horror movie for me in one way. But that one for sure. And also, I'm gonna go with like some of the newer movies, like the Conjuring movies.
Yeah.
I really, really love those movies. Specifically, The Conjuring. I love it.
And I thought about this for a while now. When people would ask me this, I think my favorite horror movie of all time, and it's also a thriller, and it's called Seven. It's with Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That movie is so scary to me because this fucked up murderer with this insane religious motive, that is just scary. And the shit that he does in that movie, that is one of my favorite horror movies. If I were to choose something more in the line of like horror, I would choose kind of a new movie called Hereditary.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That one's kind of scary, but yeah, those are my favorite too.
And then some of the old Hannibal movies.
Oh yeah,
yeah, those are great.
The Red Dragon. Oh damn.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Okay, and concerning live shows, you said that you thought about acoustic shows, but Did you plan something, or are you waiting for better days?
We
We're always
are
planning
trying
ahead.
to.
Oh, sorry, go.
No, you go ahead, Rizzy.
Yeah, but we're always planning ahead and hoping and hoping and hoping for the best, of course. So I mean, time will tell, but we have some shows that we really wanna and hoping for to do. But yeah, I think that's the most we can say for now. Just hope that this pandemic will be over soon, so we can go out and tour the whole world over and over.
We even had to cancel some shows that we hadn't even announced yet. So we have canceled shows that our fans didn't know existed because of the pandemic. We didn't know if we could announce it, and then just like a month later, we had to cancel it because we knew it was not possible.
Yeah.
We're really working as hard as we can, try to just keep it up, try to book shows, and just hoping for the best all the time, and we still do. So we are definitely planning a lot of shows going into 2022. See if that would be possible to book that far ahead, but yeah, we just don't know. We're trying our best, but nothing is confirmed.
Okay, so thank you for your time. So we will waiting for the new album, so the 23rd of April, and we hope to see you in France when things will be better.
Yeah, we too.
Yeah.
See you soon, hopefully.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.